Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another Weird Wednesday video and a creepy book club? I thought today I would talk about my favorite horror movie books, not horror genre like fiction books. I'm talking nonfiction, horror movie related books. First up is Monsters in the Movies by John Landis. This is just an awesome, like, it's kind of a big book, but it's just like an awesome, like, it breaks down each monster by type. Like, I just happen to turn to zombies right now, and there's like vampires, other things like that, and it just kind of celebrates awesome monsters in the movies and like celebrates SFX artists and creature artists and things like that, and it's just really fun to flip through, and it's got lots of pictures, which I love. Gives my brain a break from reading all those words, seriously. I guess I'll do these next two at the same time because they're kind of similar, but I really love The Dread of Difference and Men, Women, and Chainsaws, of course. They both deal with gender in horror films. This one is more like a compilation of, or like a collection, I would say, of like essays and things by different people, by different intellectuals, I suppose. So it's cool. So since there's so many different authors for each like essay or each like discussion, there's multiple topics covered, which is really cool. And a bunch of different movies are discussed in this as well. So it's really interesting to me. I reference it. I should mention most of these books I reference a lot. Especially when I'm watching an older horror movie and I want to know more about it. I might go read, like, if there's like an essay on it or something in here, I'll go read it. So most of these books, all of these books, I reference all of the time. So there's that one. And then of course, Men, Women, and Chainsaws. This is a classic by Carol J. Clover. And this pretty much is like, she basically, not basically, she did coin the term final girl. So of course I'm gonna love this book because it deals primarily in slasher movies, which is my favorite type of horror movie, which I think I've said multiple times. But of course, Men, Women, and Chainsaws, this is a must. The next one is Horror, the definitive companion to the most terrifying movies ever made, written by Kim Newman and James Marriott. This one kind of breaks down horror movies by decade, and has little sections on like subgenres and things like that, but it's basically like little kind of short, like that's like one review, that's one review, like kind of short, quick reviews on a shit ton of horror movies. And I really love this book because obviously after I've gone to see a movie, basically every time I watch a horror movie, I'll go read reviews of it after I've seen it. I don't read any reviews ever before I go see a movie, which is funny that I have this review channel. Yeah, but I don't read or watch any reviews until after I've seen it, so I'll normally turn to this as one of my sources for, you know, a review on a horror film. And I basically, I really like to turn to this book when I need to find something negative about a movie or I want to find the negative opinion. Not hating on Newman and Marriott too much, but they don't like a lot of these movies. There's very few movies in here that they really just like 100% like, which makes me feel kind of bad about me liking a movie. Like it makes me feel self-conscious almost, like maybe I'm not as smart as them if I really like this movie and can't find anything wrong with it and they found all these things wrong with it. But it's all just a matter of opinion, but it's interesting, especially when I want to get like a negative point of view. I usually go there first. Last and certainly not least is my personal horror movie Bible. It's Horror Films FAQ, All That's Left to Know About Slashers, Vampires, Aliens, and More by John Kenneth Muir. Like I just said, this is my Bible basically. I reference, like, if I reference those books every time I watch, you know, every time I'm about to like review a movie, I reference this every single time I watch a horror movie. Like I reference this constantly, always reading it, always looking through it. Love, love, love this book. He breaks it down pretty much by subgenre. Like kind of like bug movies, like monsters, slashers, psychos, things like that. He breaks it down by. And he also discusses throughout this book how horror films reflect the fears of society in which the time they were made, which I've talked about multiple times on this channel. I've always referenced back to articles I've written when I was in school about this. And actually, Muir was kind and generous enough to let me ask him a few questions on the subject for my final article on the subject of horror films in society. So I'll link that down below if you want to hear what he had to say. Very nice man. Of course, very intelligent man. Super nice of him to let me ask him questions. I forgot to talk about The Horror of It All by Adam Rockoff. Again, this is a given for me because I love slasher movies, and basically Rockoff is all about the slasher film, which I love. He's got a really nice way of writing, really funny. It's super easy read. I know Susan, you commented on a picture of mine that this book was in. I took a picture of it or something for Instagram, and you were asked how it was. I'm only like halfway through it, but girl, so easy to read, really funny. If you love slasher movies in any capacity, you should read this. It's really good. Yeah, anyways, I forgot to mention that one. Love this one. Okay, yeah, so those are my favorite horror movie related books. I have quite a few more, but those are my favorite ones, the ones I reference the most. Yeah, so I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and until next time, stay strange. Bye! Hey guys, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite horror movie related book is. I always need an excuse to buy new books, so if I didn't mention one of your favorites in this video, please let me know what yours is down below. Yeah, and you can always follow me on other social medias over here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, see more of my face and hear more of my voice, you can click right down here.